Get ready to dive into one of the strangest and most fascinating works in cinema, where the dream of flight collides with a series of bizarre murders, all under the roof of the eighth wonder of the world. We are about to unravel the story of a young idealist and his obsessive quest for freedom, a journey that proves the sky has a price and the fall is almost always inevitable. Hey clickers, subscribe with the bell activated, comment what content you want to see on the channel, share this video to help us grow, and leave your hype. This helps us a lot. In the heart of Houston, Texas, inside the gigantic and futuristic arena known as the Astrodome, a reclusive and brilliant young man lives secretly. The protagonist of Brewster Mccloud is no ordinary character. He is the personification of a pure ideal, a dream humanity has cherished since time immemorial, that of taking flight on one's own. Hidden from the complexities and corruptions of the outside world, the young inventor dedicates every moment of his existence to a single, ambitious project: the construction of a pair of mechanical wings that will allow him to fly like the birds. His life is a cycle of study, work, and almost monastic dedication, isolated in his sanctuary of concrete and steel, an artificial world he intends to transcend. He is not completely alone in his endeavor. An enigmatic and ethereal figure named Louise acts as his guardian, his mentor, and perhaps something more. With a serene beauty and mysterious scars on her back where wings might have existed, she protects and encourages him, eliminating anyone who might pose a threat to his project or his purity. It is at this point that the narrative of Brewster Mccloud plunges into a territory of dark humor and surrealism. A series of unexplained deaths begins to shake the city, and all the victims have one thing in common: they are found covered in bird droppings, the unique signature of the young dreamer's protector. The escalation of crimes attracts national attention, and to solve the case, a famous and full of himself detective from San Francisco, Frank Shaft, is sent in, an obvious parody of the action heroes of the time. He arrives in Houston with his impeccable style and unshakable confidence, believing he can decipher the mystery quickly. However, the investigator finds himself completely lost in a world that does not follow the rules of police logic. The satire of the system and the figure of the infallible hero is one of the pillars of Brewster Mccloud, showing the ineffectiveness of conventional authority in the face of such a bizarre and anarchic event. The purity of the protagonist's project is threatened not only by external forces, but also by his own humanity. He meets Suzanne Davis, a young and quirky Astrodome tour guide who is charmed by his strangeness. The relationship that blossoms between them represents a crossroads for the inventor. Love and contact with the outside world could contaminate his total dedication to flight, a detail that Louise, his guardian, observes with growing concern. This internal conflict adds a layer of tragedy to the story, as the human connection he so avoids might be precisely what leads to his ruin. This was Shelley Duvall's film debut, marking the beginning of a notable career. Parallel to the entire main plot of Brewster Mccloud, there is the figure of the professor, an ornithologist who appears sporadically to give lectures on the behavior of birds. Throughout the film, he undergoes a gradual and grotesque transformation, increasingly taking on the characteristics of a bird. This subplot functions as a Greek chorus, metaphorically commenting on the events of the main story, and further blurring the lines between human and animal, real and fantastic, culminating in a visual representation of the work's central theme. The climax of Brewster Mccloud is both triumphant and devastating. After countless challenges and sacrifices, the young inventor is finally ready for his inaugural flight. Within the vastness of the Astrodome, he launches himself into the air with his magnificently constructed wings. For a brief and glorious moment, he succeeds. He flies. The camera follows him in his triumphant flight, the realization of an impossible dream. However, reality, or perhaps fate, cruelly intervenes. The wings fail, and the protagonist plummets to the arena floor, a broken figure, a modern Icarus who flew too close to his own particular sun. The resolution of the film, released in 1970, is a complete break from any narrative convention. After the hero's fall, director Robert Altman presents us with a circus ending. The entire cast of Brewster Mccloud enters the scene, as if they were in the ring of a grand spectacle. The ringmaster announces each of the characters, who take a bow for the camera. This meta-linguistic conclusion reinforces the idea that the entire story was a grand allegory, a satirical fable about dreams, freedom, America at the end of the 1960s, and the inevitable collision between idealism and harsh reality. It is an ending that challenges the viewer, leaving a bittersweet feeling of admiration for the attempt and melancholy for the failure. And you, what did you think of this crazy and fascinating journey in Brewster Mccloud? Did you already know this gem from 70s cinema? Do you believe the protagonist's dream was a quest for freedom or an escape from reality? Leave your opinion here in the comments. We'd love to know what you think. Don't forget to leave a like to support the channel, share with your friends who enjoy different cinema, and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos. Your interaction is essential for us to continue bringing content like this. Thanks.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret.